Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Kotetsu here, and welcome back to another episode of GTA 5 Stunt Challenge. And today, for the first time in a few months, we're going to be doing a stunt with the ENDURO. And the stunt we're going to be doing today, I think, was hit by Woods Gaming back a few months ago. And this is actually a double ENDURO wall ride. So what you have to do is you have to drive down here, and you have to try and get a wall ride on this surface right here. Except it is kind of hard to attach to, so I'm going to have to do that first. And once I get attached to that wall ride, there is another wall ride on that highway there, like on the side of the road. And you go on that and you like get a clean landing, and yeah, you do 2 wall rides in a row. And I think it'll be a pretty good stunt if I can hit it. And the reason why I'm not in a race is because I really don't want to have my bike get damaged. And you know, I have to like call Moore's Mutual Insurance and stuff like that. I don't have time to deal with that, so... Hey, you know what? That probably wouldn't be good if that little thing wouldn't have knocked me off. I think it would be easier if that wasn't there. So anyways, how are you guys all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. For the most part, my day has been pretty good, but except... a funny story I have, something that happened today that's actually kind of bizarre. Something like this has never really happened to me before. So, if you guys aren't already aware, a game called Pokemon Go released on the App Store and on Android about 2 days ago. And I think it's released in every single country besides Canada. RIP Canada. I hope they'll get it soon, though. It's a really fun game. And a lot of people have been playing it, you know. It's actually a really different kind of game. It's a geolocation game, which means, like, it matters where you are. So, you kind of have to go outside to play it and go to different areas in your town to go to, like, certain gyms and stuff. It's pretty much like a real-life Pokemon game. Like, if that's the simplest way to describe it. Hey, I'm in the wall ride. This is good. This is good. Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh, I got the first one, but I'm gonna have to think of a technique to get the second one because I'm not really getting enough air. So anyways, I just downloaded the game this morning and started playing it. I think I'm at like level 3 right now. I'm trying to get to level 5 so I can participate in gyms, but that's not the point of this story. So I was walking up a street in my town. I was walking to my local park because I thought there was some Pokemon I could think I could catch there, so that's the reason why I was heading to the park. And I was walking through a residential neighborhood, and a Chinese man who appeared to be about 35 years old walked towards me, and he didn't really look like he was from around my area, so I'm like, oh, he's probably just asking for directions and stuff. He had a blue vest on, and he was on a bike, so I was like, okay. And the first thing this man asked me when he walks up to me is, what's your address? And as soon as I just hear that, I'm like, okay, what? Is he joking right now? Is he like pulling a prank on me? So what I say back is like, why do you want my address? And after asking this guy a few questions, I identified that this guy more than likely suffered from like dementia or another mental illness, because every single time I asked this man a question, he seemed to forget what I asked him about 3 seconds afterwards. So, and then like after that, he said like, do you know where my brother is? And in order to kind of get this man away from me, what I said was, your brother is going to be at the park at 12 p.m. So I was about like 3 hours from when I was talking to this man. I was talking to this man about at 9 o'clock in the morning. And even though that was a complete lie, I still think that was the right thing to do because he seemed to be very confused and stuff. And I don't know, it just seems like, I feel like if you went to the park at 12 o'clock at noon, I feel like he would come across a lot of people there, and I didn't want to send this man who was having trouble remembering stuff to some remote area that he would get lost. I think just like the park would be nice, because if he was like asking people questions there, I feel like the people there realize like, oh, maybe this man is suffering for some like mental illness, and maybe there's something we can do to help him, see? So that was like, I guess, some good on the spot thinking. And like it wasn't really that bad of an experience because I immediately knew this man wasn't dangerous at all. He didn't look harmless. He didn't like have any weapons on him or anything. I just think he was, I don't know, he's just kind of confused. I just feel like sometimes what happens to people is like once they get to a certain age, even though this man is 35, it's unusual. Usually most people who have dementia are like over the age of 50, but sometimes people just like, I don't know, forget stuff. It's weird and get confused and stuff. And it's really sad, like, how my country, United States, doesn't seem to care very much about people who have, like, mental illnesses instead of physical illnesses, because my country just, like, lets these people, like, roam around the streets not knowing where they are, instead of actually helping them, like people who have, like, a physical illness. because equally, like, both are equally as bad, and my country really doesn't seem to care about giving these people any kind of help. And it's really sad when you think about it. Just imagine if you couldn't remember anything and you're just roaming around the street and there's no one really there to help you or anything. Just like imagine being in that situation. And I just don't know. Just this is just an opinion for me. I think like it's wrong that stuff like that happens, and it's really unfortunate that it does. Oh, that was a cool slide, but I don't know. Just an interesting story from this morning, you could say. Okay, so for this wall ride, I think what I need to do in order to do it correctly is to ride half of the wall very low, like this. Yeah, like ride it low and still on, and then just suddenly shoot up like that. Except, I don't know how you get the height to go on the second wall. That doesn't make any sense. Also, I guess in the last stunt challenge, I told you guys a lot about the anime expo I went to, but I didn't really tell you guys that much about the 4th of July party I went to after, so I was just, like, hanging out with some kids in the neighborhood that were friends of, like, my family member who lives down LA, and what's funny is, like, one specific instance, like, I realized that the kids, like, they looked like they're really old. Like, if I had to make a guess of the kids I was hanging out with, like, it was my first time meeting them, that they were around, like, I don't know, I guess, it actually turned out that they're, like, all 13 years old, which is weird, because they were all taller than me, and, like, looked older than me. Like, if you guys don't already notice, I kind of look young for 16, so, like, the question kind of came up in conversation. They're like, oh, how old are you, man? And I said, like, oh, I'm 16 and a half, and they're like, what? Really? You're lying to me. I'm like, no, I'm not lying to you. I'm actually 16. And this, like, one kid was like, how? And like, this kid was 13, but he was still, like, 6 inches taller than me and, like, so much bigger than me. I'm like, I don't know. I guess people have different genetics. I think that's the answer to that question. And, like, they just, like, laughed and stuff. But, I don't know. The kids were kind of cool. Like, we just, like, sort of, like, went around the neighborhood. And one of the kids actually had, like, this motorized scooter thing. And it was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It was technically not like a motorcycle, but it was like the closest thing to it that like you could legally ride at 13. And it went about like 45 miles per hour. And most of you guys probably saw that video I posted to Twitter just riding it. And some of you guys' responses are kind of funny, but you know what? It was fun riding that thing. Alright, let's go, let's go. Let's stay on. See, we're staying on most of the time, but I don't know. I'm just not getting the height necessary to get the second wall ride. I feel like this first wall ride is so easy, but just getting the second one, that's just so much harder for some reason. Let's try again. Let's go a little bit slower. Whoa, my controller disconnected. Alright, here we go. Let's go. And, oh, we're not on the wall. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I thought I was gonna go on the wall that time. Are you serious? Why is this just getting harder as time goes on? Oh, wow, I just hit it. Yes, yes, yes. Let's save that right now. Hold on. Okay, guys, so after 84 minutes, I was not expecting to hit that. That was kind of a surprise. I honestly didn't think I was able to do it, but I guess I could do it. So here you go. So hopefully you guys did enjoy that Rockstar edit, and yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. So if you guys enjoy this video at any point in time, be sure to drop a like on it because it does help a lot. And also be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily GTA 5 content and more. And until next time, this is Kotetsu here. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Kotetsu out.